This is definitely the most shocking and boundary-pushing Korean film of the year. Is there truly no limit to the imagination of Korean screenwriters? An expectant foster mother watches her adopted son take an IQ test. But when the teacher announces he failed and can't join the advanced math class, the foster mother immediately decides to return the boy. Unaware, the boy runs to his mother, asking if he can skip tutoring to play outside. The foster mother smiles gently and nods, while the man in charge of the return listens to a recording from the client. In the recording, the foster mother makes no secret of seeing the child as a defective product. Adopting such a dull child is a humiliation for the couple. The boy sees his mother waving at him, thinking she's saying hello, but in reality, it's a signal to leave no loose ends. She uses the excuse of buying a soda to leave, a look of excitement on her face as she walks away. She quickly informs her husband of the situation, telling him to pretend to lose the child in the crowd later. The husband is hesitant, unsure of what to do, but the foster mother casually says she'll use the refund money to adopt a new child. After hanging up, the foster mother practices a crying face. His mother doesn't return, so the boy starts searching for her everywhere. Just then, the return man approaches him from behind, saying his mother was injured and went to the hospital. He says he was sent to pick him up. The boy is taken away. In front of the staff, the foster mother cries hysterically, lying that her son vanished while she went to buy a soda. At that moment, her husband also rushes over. The couple puts on a show of extreme grief for everyone, no one suspecting it's all an act. The man, uncle, puts the boy in his car and tells him the truth. He's been abandoned and is about to be processed for return. This so-called return involves putting the child in a bag, into a barrel, filling it with cement, and then it's sent to be destroyed. On the surface, it's a normal orphanage, providing meticulous care for helpless children. But behind the scenes, they secretly sell them like commodities to wealthy families. Some rich families use the return system to screen for the perfect child to raise. The organization ruthlessly eliminates any reporters or outsiders who try to investigate. Please spare me. Recalling his first day on the job, Uncle remembers being startled by a little girl. Since that day, he secretly fought the organization, saving 4 children one by one. Uncle taught them life skills, combat, and how to use firearms, training them to be Avengers who could stand on their own. The 4 often worked together, raiding casinos and punishing villains, showing great skill, but Uncle always warned them never to go out on their own. The organization is everywhere. Exposure means certain death. Uncle had arranged a boat to get the 4 of them out of there, to escape the organization's control forever. But the boy's arrival put all plans on hold. He planned to use his old method to save the boy, secretly giving him a note with a safe address. Unexpectedly, the boy, still hopeful, called his foster mother, hoping she would take him home. Mom, I'm sorry. He's calling. It's his voice. How can he still be alive? It's really him. We already requested a return. How could they let him live? Heartbroken, the boy went to the address on the note, but the organization, tipped off by the foster mother, raided the return factory. They shot Uncle's superior and demanded to inspect the steel barrel. Uncle reacted quickly, grabbing a gun and starting a fierce shootout with the organization, then escaped in a car. Meanwhile, the 4 kids' listening system intercepted a police call. They learned the police were searching for the boy, and it finally clicked. The danger Uncle mentioned was that the police and the organization had long been in collusion. The boy told the group of 4 about his phone call. Ah Hyeon heard this and immediately realized the gravity of the situation. She sped off on a motorcycle towards Uncle's track location. At the same time, the organization's boss was chasing Uncle through the streets. After shooting out a tire, he used a pit maneuver to flip Uncle's car. When Ah Hyeon arrived, Uncle's car was already engulfed in flames. A twisted foster father uses hypnosis to put his adopted daughter in a trance, making her call him Oppa. And once satisfied, he reaches for her clothes. Any child who no longer interests him is disposed of through the return system. But he never imagined that So Am I, who should have died in the crusher, had survived. The 5 returned children gathered together, but the uncle who saved them died in last night's explosion because of Si-woo. So Am I blames Si-woo entirely, wanting to tear him apart. Ah Hyeon slaps her to bring her to her senses. Suddenly, an alarm blares. They didn't expect the return organization's members to have tracked them here. Sok-soo covers Si-woo's mouth, trying to keep him quiet. Ah Hyeon realizes the situation is bad. She signals for everyone to pack and prepare to leave. In the safe, she unexpectedly finds a letter left by Uncle. The letter says he saved them to atone for his sins, as he had also been complicit in the deaths of many children. Even though he saved many, he could never wash away his guilt. He tells Ah Hyeon not to miss him, and especially not to look for him. In addition, Ah Hyeon finds a group photo with her name on it, several guns, and a voice recorder. She presses play, and hears the voices of their 5 foster parents confirming the returns. Another phone has a message showing Uncle arranged to meet a captain at the port on Wednesday morning. Meanwhile, the police find no body of Uncle's at the explosion site, only a shattered phone. From a distance, manager Young Hyeon, the organization's leader, witnesses everything. Just then, a call comes in, which leads him to Ah Hyeon's group's hideout. They will conduct a raid here tonight. After nightfall, Ah Hyeon and the other 4 are discussing their escape route. Suddenly, an excavator smashes the main gate, followed by the sound of shattering windows. Joo-in quickly places a gas canister over a fire to heat it up. The 5 try to retreat through a safe passage, but the way is blocked. Luckily, they have other escape routes in the building. As they descend to a lower floor via a secret exit, they find the enemy has surrounded the place. In a pinch, Sok-soo kicks open another secret escape hatch. As the organization's members storm the building, the gas canister explodes with a boom. The 5 of them navigate the perimeter into another room and escape through a back door. Just then, a bomb detonates right where they passed. Si-woo is injured as a result, and his pained screams attract the organization's members. They finally escape to the rooftop, heading straight for the port. But Ah Hyeon doesn't realize that Uncle's phone was dropped in the chaos, and its message content was seen by manager Young Hyeon. The next day, the orphanage director goes to a church to meet a woman. She tells the director she can't have children, so she decided to adopt a perfect child. The director's daughter is also named Ah Hyeon. This implies that her own biological daughter was abandoned. The director often told Ah Hyeon that she learned a lesson from a young age: if you can't be number one, you die, and the reason she's alive today is because she's never been second best. The director used these words to pressure Ah Hyeon, implying that if she wasn't smart, she would surely die. That night, Ah Hyeon and the other four find the captain as planned. After understanding the situation, the captain not only gives them food and money but also arranges for their departure. But as they enter the container, Ah Hyeon senses something is wrong and acts quickly. Joo-in takes the opportunity to knock him out with a stun baton. However, a car belonging to the organization appears before them. Ah Hyeon yells, "Split up and run." In the narrow passage, Ah Hyeon displays excellent combat skills. The enemies are completely overwhelmed. At the same time, Joo-in has So-mi lure the enemies while he lights fireworks inside a container. The four, except for Ah Hyeon, hijack one of the organization's vehicles. While Ah Hyeon is held at gunpoint by manager Ying Hyeon. "You're all rejects, not worth keeping alive." But Ah Hyeon spares manager Ying Hyeon's life. Because of this, he doesn't pursue them further. The five take temporary shelter in a rented house. Ah Hyeon plays the recordings of their foster parents one by one. Before hearing the recordings, Ah Hyeon had thought their foster parents abandoned them out of necessity or some hidden hardship. But now she understands the return was simply because they were seen as defective products. She must find the truth. Why those people wanted them dead. And why they had to live like rats in hiding. For years, Uncle had been investigating someone called the Monster. He had even drawn a relationship chart on a white paper, clearly marking the links between the organization, the orphanage, and the foster parents. Among the files is a photo Uncle took of a VIP membership card. Sok-soo speculates this card might be a pass to some secret place. To find this card, they target So-mi's foster father, a man who appears to be a kindergarten principal but is actually a pervert who uses a coin for hypnosis to spy on people. Even his office assistant becomes a target of his fantasies. The vice principal invites him to a teacher's dinner party. Ah Hyeon, posing as a designated driver, appears before this monstrous principal. During the ride, he constantly makes suggestive remarks and even inappropriate gestures. Ah Hyeon fights back her nausea and gets him to his destination. After he gets out, the predator asks for Ah Hyeon's age, hints he lives alone, and invites her up. At this moment, Ah Hyeon takes off her hat, saying she's been in need of money lately. She already knew about his preference for young girls, so she offers to introduce him to someone even younger. That someone is Joo-in in disguise. He enters the principal's house, easily fooling the lecherous man. At the same time, the other three sneak into the house. When the principal removes the scarf and sees Joo-in's prominent Adam's apple, he freezes in shock. The four kids tie him to a chair with two ropes, with sharp knives positioned right below him. Ah Hyeon starts questioning him about the membership card, but the foster father claims he doesn't know. So-mi loses control, demanding to know where her foster mother is. It was her foster mother who texted her to meet up that year, leading to her capture by the organization. The foster father tries to use hypnosis to control So-mi again, telling her to breathe deeply and calm down, but his trick no longer works on her. So-mi exposes his lie on the spot. Ah Hyeon takes out his phone, threatening to release his secretly taken photos and the recording of his earlier harassment. She signals to Sok-soo, who immediately cuts one of the ropes. This final straw makes him break. Terrified, he blurts out that he had So-mi's foster mother committed to a mental hospital. It turns out, after So-mi disappeared, her foster mother went frantic, searching for her day and night. The text message that lured So-mi out was actually faked by him using her mother's phone, which he then wiped and returned. The truth revealed, So-mi nearly collapses. During a heated argument with Ah Hyeon, the gun in her hand accidentally goes off. This episode ends here. Please subscribe to support me. Thank you, everyone.